Namaskar, Jai Hind. Let's discuss Indian Council Act of 1861. After the Great Revolt of 1857, the British government felt the necessity of seeking the cooperation of the Indians in the administration of their country. In pursuance of this policy of association, three acts were enacted by the British Parliament in 1861, 1892, and 1909. The Indian Council of Act of 1861 is an important landmark in the constitutional and political history of India. Now let's discuss some important features of this act. This act made a beginning of representative institutions by associating Indians with the law-making process. It thus provided that the Viceroy should nominate some Indians as non-official members of his executive council. In 1862, Lord Canning, the then Viceroy, nominated three Indians to his legislative council: the Raja of Banaras, the Maharaja of Patiala, and Sir Dinkar Rao. The chart, the Indian Council Act of 1861 initiated the process of decentralization by restoring the legislative powers of Bombay and Madras Presidency. We can say that it thus reversed the centralizing tendency that started from the Regulating Act of 1773 and reached its climax under the Charter Act of 1833. This policy of legislative devolution resulted in the grant of almost complete internal autonomy to the provinces in 1937. The Indian Council Act of 1861 also provided for the establishment of new legislative councils for Bengal, North-Western Frontier Province, and Punjab, which were established in 1862, 1866, and 1897. The Indian Council Act of 1861 empowered the Viceroy to make rules and orders for the more convenient transaction of business in the council. It also gave a recognition to the portfolio system that was introduced by Lord Canning in 1859. Under this, a member of Viceroy's council was made in charge of one or more department of the government and was authorized to issue final orders on behalf of the council on matters of his department. Indian Council Act of 1861 empowered the Viceroy to issue ordinance without the concurrence of Legislative Council during an emergency. The life of such an ordinance was 6 months. This is all about Indian Council Act of 1861. In the next video, I will discuss Indian Council Act of 1892. Thanks. Jai Hind.